Why do people commit suicide? I said to myself to talk this topic as in the last 2 months I have witnessed two suicide cases of my young friends whom I had thought as strong. As per the World Population Review.com report, for the year 2019, India at the rank of 21 in the list of countries with the suicide rates. Suicide is the act of killing himself or herself, most often because of depression or other mental illness. It is very difficult to understand or identify why a person commits suicide. In most cases, there will be no visible warning signals at all, which makes us understand, predict such brave decisions. As I understood, there are several reasons as combination provokes a person to take a decision of committing suicide. The act of committing suicide is a strong emotional decision connecting with individual feelings and thoughts. Remember, every suicide is a tragedy. To avoid suicides, it is very important to understand the signals of suicide warning. We must learn how to recognize, identify, and perceive such dangerous signals. Our smart recognition of such signals surely will bring a new light in the life of a person who is planning for committing suicide, and more importantly, will safeguard his family forever. A few key suicide warning signals are: finds difficulty in eating, sleeping, and enjoying, frequently talks about death, talks and discuss about suicide, justifies the suicide with positive inputs, shows interest in watching suicide contents, reads and collects information more and more on the subject, does not show a positive approach about the future, exhibits drastic changes in the behavior and towards life, talks about feeling hopeless or having no purpose in the life, avoids networking, friends and family members, does not show any interest in new things, does not buy any kind of new things, avoid shopping, communicates the confidential things to family members, lists out the records about assets and other things, does not react seriously about comments or losses, does not care about maintaining personal hygiene and loses interest on himself or herself, get addicts to alcohol or smoking, tries to spend time alone in the dark. Who is most likely to commit suicide? Suicide rates are high in teens and adults. The following are the people who most likely to commit suicide: people who have attempted suicide in the past, people with a family history of suicide, people with a friend or a co-worker who committed suicide, people with a history of physical emotional issues, people who are unmarried, unskilled, or unemployed, people with long term pain or disabling or terminal illness, people who have lost their loved ones, people who experienced non-stop failures, people who thinks that they have been cheated, people who thinks they are a problem for others. Major reasons for suicide: depression, mental illness, too much stress, fear of failure or loss in family relationship, friendship, additional romantic relationships, sexual issues, financial crisis, job security, social status, academic failures, and terminal illnesses like HIV, IBP, cancer, and so on. Social isolation. losing a position or reputation in the society, cultural pressures such as forced marriage. I know each one of you is well aware of all these things, but refreshing these things will help us to understand our known people in a better manner and facilitate them to live a long life. We may not be able to change everything here, but surely our attempts can bring a change to a certain extent. When we feel like giving up, just remember the reason why we held on for so long. We are here to excel, not to kill ourselves. Life is beautiful.